Okay, Tide and Timber on the same squad. One of these guys going mid. It's going to be Timber.
Offlane Tide Hunter. Okay.
Boom.
This is not...
Okay, you can see how much damage that does when you're surrounded by trees. Gets off the Aether Remnant as Crystallis ends up getting first blood on Dyrachyo.
Castellari's here. He's trying to deal with this Timber that's being such a menace.
And they can't do much.
No, he's... he doesn't have Timber Chain. He's just very confident that with 3 points reactive, he's...
Dyrachyo, he's going to be the one to actually TP, which is surprising me. Cold Embrace is going to set up the Tree Dance, though. Not sure if they have enough damage to actually kill off Nisha, as Zayat has come to play as well. He's going to take a decent amount of damage with that Aether Remnant, keeping him in place, so his rotation is completely punished on the side of Gaimin.
Dude, Celery had the 2 Mud Golems again. The little Mud Golems.
Such massive armor, and here's the reinforcements. Nisha missing out on the Chakram. And boom with that double damage. Doesn't have any mobility spells for a little bit now. Going to take another Timber Chain. Oh my god, I thought he had enough time to pop. Gonna want to ban these heroes, right? They don't want to ban a support in a lot of cases. Is Clockwork, unless you're Marcy, of course. And Zayat's taken out by Ace.
Yeah, the supports get through, and generally you want to first phase them anyway. So often these 5s get stuck just playing the same stuff in every single game. It's just that's the life of a 5 position. Depending on the patch, it's a different role that gets stuck in that position. But for 5, it's...
Well, maybe if we see a little bit more traction to the position 1 Enchantress, they can perhaps flex it in the future.
Yeah, that worked very well for Nouns.
Yep. Very well indeed to get their first 2 losses of the DPC for themselves. As Celery is going to find his way to the grave. But he does force a couple heroes from Secret to pay attention to him.
Yeah, Timber, not exactly a hero that cares about any of Enchantress's defensive capability.
In Kraken Shell.
You say that, but you wouldn't have thought he would have gone for the 3rd point either.
That's true.
Like, I've seen...
Oh, hook shot. Timber Chain to follow. And it looks like Boom is fine. Still has the Astral Step to get some space, but that's a lot of burst damage.
Too fast,
and
man.
Nisha, again, the exact... Already been taken out, actually. And a good job from Puppy. Basically tanking the gank. It's not a really fast curse.
Yeah, that's...
And Ace is taking a ton of damage. He has to use that roar on the Cold Embrace Wyverns. That ends up being not so great, as Gaimin Gladiators already lose 1. And now the focus is on Celery, who is surrounded by literally the entire Secret team. And some way, some member versus Void Spirit. It is not remotely
That's true. That's also not close. Tofu's huge. What the hell? Tofu's got 6,800 now.
Oh, hook shot. Still with an Astral Step. Oh my goodness. They're going to curse on top of the Ravage. Is this going to be enough? Another Astral Step, and he actually has the Shard for the Dissimulate Distance. So a little bit of miscommunication from Secret cost them a potential kill there. Ice. He's going to take a lot of damage from this Impetus. Gets off the Anchor Smash, but gets Force Staff back into the fray. Wukong's command probably not needed, but Gaimin Gladiators still get a pretty... Don't you ever listen to me?
Who cares?
It's a really important... Oh, yeah.
I don't even know you asked me a question.
Scotty applies to Cold Embrace targets. It's Dyrachyo taking a lot of damage from Nisha.
It does. It does.
He's going to go into the base.
Diving. He knows there's no BKB.
Yeah. He's got the Chakram again, and down goes Dyrachyo. That is a very sad death.
Yeah. Robot versus Monkey. Robot are not going to scale as well as him, so... But he feels like he has the net worth.
He's going to get hook shot. Has time lapse. Oh! Okay. Gets it off and will live as a result. But on the other side of the river, Ice not going to be so lucky. He does not have a time lapse ability on Tidehunter. And now with that full HP, Tofu able to pressure Zayat, but he gets the Force Staff up, and Nisha zoning it out. So with the Shikuchi, so Tofu should be fine. Zayat taking so much damage from Celery, though. But they cut the tree again, and Dyrachyo does have his BKB. Will have to use it, but now they're going to force all this pressure onto Nisha inside this Wukong's command. And Crystallis and company are going to have to back out. The roar onto Puppy results in his death. And Gaimin Gladiators, I mean, I feel like Secret have... It's so weird to watch a game where they're just getting out-farmed as the minutes go by, despite them getting pickoffs before this fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's... This is kind of what Gaimin Gladiators did at the Major, too.
Nisha already brought the half HP.
Should be fine, yeah.
Tier 2 towers dead at the very least, but Ice with a big Ravage onto 2. Boom, with the Astral Step to Dissimulate again, and Ace does get bursted down this time.
Boom's got that Arcane, so...
Yeah, he's fine.
He's got some steps up.
Yeah, he's got his Fitbit activated. And count those steps.
Yeah.
I mean, Astral Step is only one step, though, with all that distance. Kind of not... Oh, they're going to break the tree again, but... Not going to go back on top of Dyrachyo. Gets off the Boundless Strike, and Celery and company surrounding Nisha, looking for the high five. Nice kill onto Tofu. Found a perfect angle onto that tree.
Net worth lead. Like, this is a weird
It feels like a weird game.
It's strange.
Oh, hook shot, man. They have cut him down repeatedly. Still has the BKB, but sheeped up throughout all that. So Crystallis finds another kill on Dyrachyo. You can see the frustration kicking in as he smiles immediately after ice. They're still just missing a little bit of lockdown.
Yeah, they need like a second sheep. He needs a refresher.
That could go for that as Celery against Crystallis. Who wins this battle?
I would say eventually Crystallis.
Okay, he's going to keep going.
Unless it's a battle of who can run away from the other.
Yep, Dyrachyo shows, though. And Celery...
Oh my God,
actually ravaging. Interesting choice. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Black Dragon and company applying a lot of pressure to this tier 3. Ace with the TP. Will be fun.
There's no Ravage. Gaimin probably made the call. Okay, when Celery's back up, guys, let's go. Like, let's go fight them. Ice looking immediately for the Roshan, because you would love to have Ravaged and then just get me.
Oh, hook shot. Zayat will find Celery. It's a nice 4-staff off, but it's into the arms of the rest of Secret. So Bambi's done. You can see Tofu. I mean, in general, gaming...
less net worth than the enemy paused for, so he's a support and understanding that.
Oh, this might be enough lockdown this time. Finally, they take out Tofu. Just been...
If he's the top net worth, he can carry the game, always, no matter how farmed the enemy team is.
Yeah, Nisha. Looks like they'll run right into Celery, who... I mean, between him...
Like that. Also, clutch kill on the creep wave.
Oh! Yeah, with that flamethrower, I mean, this is a considerable amount of damage. Yeah. Good cogs as well. Yep, Celery gets sheeped. Double Chakram, that's the Agnum Scepter from Nisha now. Not quite enough to take out Celery, but yeah, Ice using the Ravager. Ace able to pop the BKB. Kind of zoned out from getting back to his base, so instead will focus onto Puppey, who gets dropped before he can even pop his curse. Ace luckily able to traverse to the high ground, but he's going to get chased by Nisha. Misses out on both Chakrams, but still has the burst damage and the reach to get that double kill for himself. And hey, look at that. Secret in the enemy base can knock on the door.
Oh, man. The mid creep wave is pushed too, so Boom is doing what he can to cut. But mid's about to push in, and Crystallis also cut the bot wave as that fight was happening. With an illusion.
Looking quite good now. They're going to go for that top Rax's Agnum Scepter onto Monkey King now, so a little bit earlier than I'm used to seeing it. Melee Rax top dead. Mid not able to get to tier 3, but we can see that Beastmaster does not have buyback, so theoretically Secret could push the envelope. But of course they don't know this. So they'll be happy with what they got. 5k lead. Yep, B-ward action is here as the jump in from Boom, focusing on Puppey, gets 4-staff and has the Eon Disc to survive. As Zayats might not be so lucky. He's just in the corner. The hook shot not going to keep him alive, so 2 dead just like that. Gaimin have the advantage. Wukong's command not really going to trap anybody inside. But Crystallis is going to get hit by the Boundless Strike. Lotus Orb applied. Let's see if they're able to actually turn this around on him. They still have the numbers advantage, does Gaimin, but the BKBs have already been activated. Ice on the high ground. The jump in onto Crystallis gets the Thunder off at the last moment into the Ravage, finally used, and that is a high value kill for Secret.
They're looking to still go though on Gaimin.
Yep, they can try for it. There is a buyback, and they're going to use it on the Void Spirit, but Dyrachyo getting extremely low. 4-step to safety again. Nisha going to try to finish him off, but that's the big kill. Crystallis is dead. Does have buyback, but again, no meta to work with. Ice looks next on the list, Jenkins. And with that buyback, that turned around the fight pretty big in favor away in time. That would have been an enormous pickoff. They will find Celery, though.
He's got buyback.
Yeah, not sure if that's going to be enough for them to...
There's often take all the items from this, but in this case, it actually makes sense.
Oh, we have the curse. It's not going to last that long because there's no targets nearby, but it's long enough. Tofu bursted. Nisha and company with an 8k lead. And like You said Chrysalis did consume the Aegis. Did consume the Ag.
Oh, they cut
nice
Dyrachyo.
hook shot. Zayat gets that Monkey King, and this is going to lead to a very big kill. But Dyrachyo pops that BKB. Wukong's command with a level 25 talent is doing absolute work. Nisha gets off the mini Yules. Still going a 1v1 battle with him, and the Gush comes in, and that's enough. Down goes Monkey King. No ult to work with. Still buybacks, though, from Gaimin. Boom. Gonna have to use a lot of his mobility spells in order to TP back to base. He'll be successful.
In 8 seconds straight. I mean, that is...
Chrysalis trying to poke the high ground with that Aegis for another 3 minutes. Hook shot again from Zayas. He's been all over the place. And Ice with the first Ravage, the second to come. This is going to be an enormous kill. Down goes Void Spirit. He has no buyback. Huge kill for Secret. Obviously expends both Ravages, but now they don't really have to fear too much from the side of Gaimin. It's going to be a 5v4. And that's buyback on the Celery.
They've got to do something right now with these Ravages being down.
Yep. Oh, they're going to break the trees again. They've been all over the place. Nisha, God, and the fear to follow. No chance for Dyrachyo. Still has his buyback, but my goodness. Those trees have not been safe for him this game at all. Curse. Gonna need some damage to Tofu in the meantime. The buyback comes from the Monkey King as Chrysalis. Doesn't have Thunder for another 6 seconds, but again, just wants to use that Aegis. And Nisha is the real carry, though. But they're inside this huge Wukong's command. Ice able to sidestep, gets off the Gush, taking a lot of damage from this impetus, but a nice save from Puppey. Cold Embrace stays him for a little bit. Delays the inevitable. Still has the buyback if he really wants to push the envelope. And Cheese still on the Terrorblade. Another hook shot on the Zayat as Ace looks to be next. And Secret in very good position to finish this series 2-1. Celery able to force staff to the high ground. Zayat's not able to connect on that hook shot this time, although his hook shots have been extremely good this game. Basher applied to Chrysalis.
He's kind of in.
He has to be careful. Gets off the Sunders. Dyrachyo is going to get jumped now by the real carry again, but the Cold Embrace is going to save the Terrorblade, or the Timbersaw, I should say, and that will be the official dieback onto Dyrachyo, which means it's going to be pretty difficult for Gaimin Gladiators, if not impossible, to hold this any further.
It's just the 2 supports for 20 seconds. It's just the 1 support for 20 seconds.
Yep, and that's the Weaver left to his own devices, and we'll see if Secret just go straight for the throne. It's going to be at the very least 2 sets of racks, which makes it the Mega Creeps. Going to play it slightly safe, and then 10k gold on Chrysalis. Good lord.
Somehow Boom has got to hit his spells of a lifetime. You got to sell everything, get Daggons. I don't know.
Yep, Chrysalis buying the Satanic, but it's not going to be on himself yet as Boom jumps in.
He gets
instantly hexed. Oh my god. Somebody needs to go back on the replay and check that sheep stick. He was clicking on the ground. You knew it.